Now, one of the basic rules of watching Doctor Who is that you should never skip 9. You also shouldn't skip 1 through 8, but that's for a different video. Just because he only had one series doesn't change the fact that it was an extremely solid series, if not New Who's, well, not one of New Who's best. So, as such, I will not be skipping him my How to Cosplay series. So, let's get straight into it. Also, sorry about the voice. Hay fever. Ugh. So, the 9th Doctor. Being the first Doctor of the revival, there was a ton of pressure on how he would be portrayed. Not in the least his costume. Previous Doctors had relied on Edwardian suits, dress shirts, long scarves, Technicolor dreamcoats, cricket whites and celery, umbrellas, and question marks aplenty, things like that. Well, how would the 9th Doctor follow this trend of elaborate and unique clothing? By not doing any of that and dressing like an everyday man. Emotionally torn by the Time War, it was a conscious decision to do away with the Doctor's elaborate costumes and replace them with clothes that the average person could be seen wearing. With that said, 9's look for sure sets him apart from the other Doctors in its simplicity and character intention, so this won't take too long to go through. Ah, the leather jacket. The most important part of the costume for sure, and obviously the most difficult depending on how close you want to get it. Eccleston wore a 1940s double-breasted black leather German U-boat or submariner's jacket, usually worn by the commanding officers of said vessels during World War II. Now, there are a few angles you can approach this from. Getting the same one Eccleston wore for yourself will be nigh impossible, so here are some other routes. You can visit charity shops. You'll be amazed what you can find there. It's where I found my 9 jacket for about £1. Amazing, I've got to admit. So always check charity stores, you'll never know what you'll find. For a more definitive angle, you can go for Rested Leather's reproduction. This is definitely a very good match to the screen-used version, directly based on it, and it certainly isn't bad value, as we're talking leather here, coming in at around $300 or £205. And of course, our old friends Magnolia also do one, coming in at around $500 or 330 quid in UK money, but naturally the quality is likely to be near perfection as usual from them. Fortunately, once the jacket is dealt with, the rest of the costume is actually pretty easy to put together. The trousers, simple black jeans. The shoes, simple black boots. So the only other section of interest will be the V-neck jumpers. Which is what we're going to talk about right now. The V-neck jumpers. Originally made by John Smedley, Eccleston wore a total of 5 V-neck jumpers across Series 1, each one a different colour, often used to lend continuity to episodes. The burgundy is the first and one of the most used jumpers on the publicity materials. This one appeared in the first and second episodes Rose and the End of the World, before not being seen again until the 11th episode, Boomtown. The navy blue, used as a chronological link between Rose's first trip to the past and unfortunately mistimed trip home. This appeared in The Unquiet Dead and the 2-parter of Aliens in London and World War III. Green, the link between the Doctor's first encounter with his old enemy after the Time War and Adam Mitchell's one trip in the TARDIS. Thank God. The Doctor wore this in Dalek, The Long Game, and also Father's Day. A notable design feature of this one is that it has a centre scene running down the middle, so this is just something to keep in mind should you choose to go for this look. Purple. This one was used solely for the cinematically dark-toned 2-parter, The Empty Child, and The Doctor Dances, obviously decimating the Doctor's colour scheme to fit with it. And finally, the all-black look to match the funeral atmosphere of 9's Strong Song, Bad Wolf, and The Parting of the Ways. And also, it saw in the arrival of the 10th Doctor, David Tennant, in both the Children in Need minisode Born Again and the pre-titles of the Christmas Invasion. So if you want to do a post-regeneration 10th Doctor, this is the look to do. So that's it for another How To Cosplay, and my last How To Cosplay of the new era. So, next time I'll be venturing into classic territory. That's it. I'm going to be doing How to Cosplay the 8th Doctor. See ya!